So we have got a superhero up in DeSoto County. Like, literally. You remember that scene in Spider-Man 2 where he sacrifices himself to try to stop a runaway train? It's basically that. So just this past Tuesday night, a woman under the influence was trying to escape the cops, and she was driving very quickly down the interstate. This was around 8 o'clock, so still plenty of cars on there. This was on I-269, and to make matters worse, she wasn't just running away from the cops, she was driving in the wrong direction. And as we've seen way too many times, these sort of situations typically end very violently. But that is where Sergeant Brian Brock comes in. Brock was just ahead of her down on the interstate and knew that she was heading his direction. He also knew that it was very likely that she was going to harm an innocent driver. There was no time for roadblocks, there were no time for road spikes, and as he watched her approach, he realized that she was about to collide with an oncoming car. So without a second thought, he acted. He tugged on his seatbelt to make sure it was secure, he braced for impact, and then he pulled out onto the road, putting himself between the runaway car and her potential victim. He decided in that split second that if she was going to hit anybody, she was going to hit him. And hit him she did. Brock's cruiser was immediately totaled, but he did manage to stop the runaway driver before she could hit the other driver. And miraculously, he's still with us today. Not only that, but the woman that he stopped also survived, although she's now behind bars and facing a long list of charges. The driver that Brock saved saw the entire thing, and he said that there were no words to describe the courage and self-sacrifice that he witnessed. As we speak, Sergeant Brock is surrounded by family and recovering from his injuries. And as far as I'm concerned, sir, you're Superman.